Hey guys, Gathering the Magic back again. Daily rewards claim for Wednesday. One thing I was thinking of doing, my focus ended just now, so I wanted to record this right away. I was thinking of burning my energy all the way down to 0 and then spending some DEC to buy some more energy, do some more battles to see how many chests I can get in a day. I might try that for tomorrow. I'm just curious, since your ECR stays basically now at 100%, for the reward shares, how many chests I'd be able to get. But for right now, as you can see, I'm a little bit under half my energy. I managed to get 12 chests. So let's go ahead and open those. And then go on to the main account. Yeah, with it only costing 1 DEC to refill your energy bar per energy, that seems... If you're willing to spend a little DEC to just be able to pick up a lot of reward cards, it seems like it might be the way to go. Of course, on this account, I haven't had much luck getting cards, so as you can see, like I said, I still don't see the 33% drop rate anywhere even close to it. I just have a feeling right now I'm not going to get any cards at all. See, 12 chests, no cards. That's something in here is broken, I think. I mean, I don't think it's just me, because here's another day, 12 chests, no cards. I mean, unless this is just extremely unlucky, but it's just been so consistent. And people say, oh, it's a small sample size. I'm like, well, we're up to 552 chests now. And I am basically at exactly 20%. So just curious if anyone else playing in bronze is having the same bad luck as I am. Let me see, how do you actually refill this energy bar? You just click on the plus. Okay. Oh, did not know that. You can use credits too. Well, I do have 1 credit just sitting there. Or you can use DECB. Silver last season. Oh, okay. So the cost is not what you're currently in. The cost is what your highest rank was last season. Okay, so since I went into silver last season, it would cost me 10 DEC per energy. So if I just stay in bronze and never go to silver, it'll only cost me 1. Okay, I think I'm going to do that next season, because I want to try this out. I want to experiment with staying in bronze. I don't know if I'll be able to fight 100 battles a day. I don't know if I'll have the time. But I'm curious, if I just burn through 50, how many chests I can get. And like I said, if I could just get a decent amount of reward cards, I think it would be worth it. Let's go ahead and claim the SPS. And then go on to my main account. Yeah, I was curious about that, to see what you could pay the energy cost in, whether it was DEC or someone had mentioned to me DECB. I didn't know that credits were an option too, so that's kind of interesting. So people that have odd number of credits hanging around and you don't know what to do with them, yep, you can use that to pick up some energy as well. Okay, so let's head on over to the main account. I think I have 4 or 5 gold chests to claim. This I definitely won't be spending DEC for energy. In gold, I think it's a lot higher. I think it's like 50. There's somewhere in there, 50 per energy. That's just not worth it. Okay, we'll have to enter my guild brawls in a little bit. So let's go ahead and claim. Okay. Oh, 5 chests. Okay, so I should get 1, maybe 2 chests with cards. Going by average. 67 merits. There we go. 4 Dumaki Orcs. Potions. 2 Swamp Spitters. So, a couple commons. Was hoping for a little bit better, but that's alright. That's the focus, so that's a good focus. So yeah, so I'm fighting in low gold. Like I said, I don't really have a gold deck, but I managed to do halfway decent. If I can get 4 or 5 chests a day, I'll be happy with that. Let's go ahead and check cards. I don't think I have any soulbound cards I can combine. Swamp Spitters at 3. I never use this card. Ah, 1 short of level 4. And I think this only gets armor, right? Well, it does get retaliate at 5. Yeah. other than being an opportunity target, I don't really see the point of that card. Okay, let's head on over because there is some news with Splinterforge. The big news is they did a new update where it used to be your stamina was spent at whatever amount of mana you used for your team. What some people were doing was they were doing the minimum amount of mana, like 15 mana, to either reset the battle if the boss had a ability that was not very good for, playing against, or some people were using just really maxed heroes and then fiends to only spend 15 stamina so they could play over and over and over again. Well, now the cost is 30. So you can do a low stamina team under 30, it's still going to cost you 30. You also could do in bronze up to a 60 mana team now, but it's still only going to cost you 30 stamina. So that's pretty cool. So now you can play basically 33 matches before your stamina runs out and has to recharge. So they have set a mana limit. So if you're in bronze, when you first start off, your cap is 45. There are items that allow your mana to increase. So for bronze, it's capped at 60, which is more than enough. Silver 75, gold is 90, no limit on the diamond boss. Big news is you can now put more than one damage gem in an item if it is your weapon. So if you have a weapon with 2, 3, or 4 sockets, you could put 2, 3, 4 damage gems in them. So that's big news. They are now putting stamina potions back on the market. So if you are interested in stamina potions, those are available. Another big change that they made, and I was kind of pushing for this too, is when you look at other teams, like if you go to recent battles and you see someone that's done like 1500 or 1800 damage, you're like, wow, what did they do? You could see their summoners, all their monsters, their hero, everything, and kind of just copy their team. You're not going to be able to do that anymore. You will be able to see their hero and summoners. You will not be able to see their monsters. So this kind of protects people that come up with unique strategies and unique teams and builds to do a ton of damage. People can't just go and copy them. So I think that's a pretty good addition. Print limits have been set for special runes. When you transmute runes, you have a percentage chance of getting some runes that are not available in bags. So they are now putting limits on those. The limits are 3,000 for rare, 1,000 for epic, and 200 for legendary. And I think that's pretty much all. So that's the big news. So if we go over to Splinterforge, let me refresh the page so you can see a battle. And I did have a question, I think yesterday, someone asked if I could kind of show a build or a team or my heroes and that kind of thing. So let's go over that real quick. One of the battles, like the new boss, has Return Fire. His static ability is Death Blow, which is fine. So this is basically Death Blow is going against the people that would just spam the hero and very little monsters, so the hero's not going to last very long. Basically what I do is a pretty standard battle. A lot of people use Kitty and Yasik. What I do is, at least for the bronze boss, I'll put in the Kraken. I will put in the Silver Shield Assassin for the double strike, Swamp Spitter for a repair and a little bit of damage, Double Inspire with the Knight and the Shark, both at level 3, so they have 2 base attack, which is basically going to be 3. Creeping Ooze just to slow the boss down 1, and probably the key card is the Halfling Alchemist to reduce their attacks. Now their attacks can't go below 3, but I think this does help reduce the amount of damage that the boss does to you. So, been doing pretty well with this. I may not do an exceptional amount of damage simply because of that Return Fire is going to hit the Swamp Spitter. So it is going to affect my armor repair a little bit, but I should still do a decent amount of damage. Go ahead and skip. Yep, 637 damage. Let's see what the next rule set is. True Strike. So we're going to do the same thing. This strategy also works, surprisingly enough, on, what was the rule set? Was it Thorns? There was one rule set where I didn't think I was going to do very well because, Fury. So for a Fury rule set, I did the exact same team, except instead of the Kraken, I did the Bear, and I did over 1,000 points of damage, which I was really surprised. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do the same team. Assassin, Swamp Spitter, the Knight, Shark, Halfling Alchemist, and the Ooze. So I'm getting a decent amount of Forgium too. My hero that I'm using is the Warrior, and I hadn't really played the Warrior a whole lot. Usually I play the Ranger, so my Warrior didn't even have a shield. So I've managed to get a little bit of Forgium, so I went on Splex and bought a rare gold foil shield just to give him a little bit of armor plus the 8% extra Forgium boost. So we go 575. I want to get the rule set to show you guys where it is Fury. So this should be about the same as before, about 600. We'll go put in the same team. Let's see how much RNG there actually is, because we just did this battle a couple minutes ago. But yeah, my heroes are by no means maxed. Like I said, I haven't spent a whole lot of money on this game. Basically, my strategy is trying to just get gold foil rares, put in 2 sockets, slowly pick up damage gems, armor gems, life gems that are rare, so they're not super expensive. And for me, that's pretty much good enough. So we did 448. I think that was a little bit less than before. I think we did like 600. Okay, scatter shot. Let's see how this does on scatter shot. So for scatter shot, since taunt really isn't going to do anything, we're going to do the bear and then the same team. Always have to have a repair. Sometimes I throw in 2 repairs. If he has force field, then I'll take out one of the inspires, because your damage is just going to be halved if you're doing too much, and just throw in an extra repair and maybe a heal. One of the gems that they had in the beta that they haven't had in the live game yet, and I'm excited when they add it, I remember there was some sort of a rune that allowed you to add 2 monsters to your team, and maybe the legendary was 3, so you could get like a lot of monsters. You know, if you've got 2 or 3 extra sockets, you put a couple of those in, and all of a sudden you've got 9, 11, 13 monsters on your team if you have enough mana. So there we go, 764. So that one wasn't even a taunt. Usually people don't like scattershot because you can't focus the fire. But as long as you have a creature that lets everybody get armor, so either the bear or what is the blue Venari, Wavesmith, the one that gives everybody armor, those 2 cards are key to just help protect everybody a little bit. And then, like I said, you always want to have some sort of repair. So here's backfire, which means nothing because, you know, if you've got Kitty, backfire doesn't matter. So this should be a good one for damage. Maybe this is one where we'll actually do 1,000 plus. Let's do the double strike again. Armor repair, double inspire, halfling alchemist, and the slow. Yep, because I'm still using the warrior. My warrior only has 5 attack. I was using an epic sword. I sacrificed 1 damage to get the gold foil sword to get some extra Forgium. For me, I just want all gold foil. So if I can get everything gold foil, you know, I'll end up getting over a 50% bonus Forgium per battle. For rare, rare is 8% per piece. I think epic is 12%, and if you can get a legendary gold foil, it's 16%, but those, of course, are super pricey. There we go. So if it doesn't show the damage here, it shows it underneath. So we did just over 1,000 damage with the team. As you can see right now, I'm capped at 18.63 Forgium. I think normally it's 12.5. So I'm getting an extra 6 Forgium every battle. Now, if I was playing in the higher leagues, this would really be more significant. If I was playing the gold or the diamond boss, I'm sure you probably get 30, 40, 50 Forgium per battle. Okay, multiply that by an extra 50%. You can see how that adds up. Now this is one that'll probably be difficult. Shield. since you're going to do half damage. So let's see if we can come up with kind of a strategy on the fly. So let's still go with the tank, and let's still go with the armor repair. Let's still go with the halfling alchemist. Let's do extra armor repair, and then let's just see what do we have for magic. Well, I could go instead of the Kraken. Let's take Kraken out and let's put in Longtail. So we've got 3 monsters and 15 mana left. This one costs 9, but it gives headwinds. Actually, this is a good card, Repair. So now I've got a double repair. I don't think I need a triple repair. Let's take him out. So I've got 10 mana for 3 monsters. So let's look at... Oh, that's a must-have. A little bit of damage and a slow. Okay, that's key. So now we've got 6. So there are a couple 3s we could put in. I don't know why it says already have max monsters of that type. So let's take these out. For some reason, if you have Gladius cards that you can use, you have to put that in first and then kind of redo your team. Oops, so it was you. It was you. Let's go with Swamp Spitter. It was you. What else did we have? We had the slow. Oh, I have too many white. I can only have, oh, they're both white. I can only have 2 white. Yeah, I'll take the heal and damage over the slow. Actually, let's do an extra slow. Okay, so we've got 8 mana left. Let's go for magic. So I can't do that. There is no stun in the game, so 1.5 damage would get rounded down. So let's look at 5. Let's see, you do 2 damage. Sure. And then what do we have for 3? So I can't do white, so let's just do the Life Sapper. Okay, let's go ahead and just see what this does. Like I said, there's certain rule sets that really make you change your strategy as to what you can do. You're not always going to do 1,000 damage. Decent. A lot better than I thought. So there's still 420 damage and still got the max amount of Forgium. So that ended up being a good team. The one mistake I just realized I made is I should have changed my hero to do magic damage. And that probably would have been a lot higher. Okay, so now we're at Void. So let's go back to our standard team. It's one thing I always forget to do is to change the hero. Okay, so let's go back to the Kraken, the Assassin, Swamp Spitter, Knight, Shark, Halfling, and Creeping Ooze. That is one thing that I do like about this game are the random abilities of the bosses, so it does change it up slightly. As you can see, you almost do spam the same team, but just making slight adjustments battle to battle can make a huge difference. And when you're fighting for the top spot on the leaderboard, those 1 or 2 changes to your lineup can make a huge difference. And really make a huge difference in where you place on the leaderboard. I mean, just moving up 1 or 2 extra spots because you did a little bit more damage can be a lot of Forgium. So 838, another great battle. So this boss is at, what, 60-some%? So it'll probably last another day. Sometime tomorrow will probably be gone. So we're down to 169. Let's do 1 or 2 more battles. Actually, let's do this battle, and then I will just basically show you my cards and where my hero sits, and you'll see it's nothing fancy, nothing special. Just consistent play. Okay, so now we have Retaliate. So we don't want to do a whole lot of melee. So we are going to go ranged. Let's do magic. I want to bump him up a little bit to give him more health. Let's try a little bit different strategy. So we're also going to do him. How much do I have? So I can't use any more white cards. Let's do another armor repair. And we have 3 mana left. Let's actually throw in another heal and see how this goes. And then after this, we will take a quick look at the hero. Yeah, I think in the pre-sale I managed to get maybe 15 or 20 crates for free. It was based on like how many crates you'd already purchased. They were doing this in December before the game went live, so I got a few free crates that way. I've bought a couple crates, a couple bags, and then lately, the last few weeks, I've been buying items off of Splex rather than gambling with crates and bags. Okay, there's 720. So we've got a good spot secured on the leaderboard. Like I'll say, I'll play more tonight when I get home. Right now we are number 22, so a decent amount of Forgium. So let's go ahead and look at the heroes. So there's 3 slots you can't fill right now. Back, necklace, and head. These are going to be empty. I just have gloves that are gold foil for a little bit of a bonus. Gold foil boots. Just picked up a gold foil weapon and put a rare gem in it. Gold foil hauberk. Gold foil leggings I actually got to level 2, so they have 3 health. So next thing I'm going to do is get all my gold foil armor. This is the item I got in the airdrop. I got 2 of the ring. And then I just now picked up a shield. I have to go on the market and find a gem to put in it. I might actually put armor in this gem. But that is the warrior, the ranger. I have a legendary bow with a gem. And then the armor is going to be the same since this is from character to character. And just kind of a cheap quiver just for the gold bonus. This could give me 1 more speed, but I'd rather have a little bit more Forgium. And then for the wizard, once again, the armor is the same. Got him a gold wand, which I'll put another socket in. And I still, like I said, I need to get more gems and runes to put something in his offhand. So you can see these are, you know, pretty cheap heroes. Nothing special, nothing fancy. I know there's people that have a lot better. The key for me is, though, just playing consistently. You don't have to have the best gear, although, of course, it does help. Just play consistently, play, you know, in the morning, get your stamina down, play at night, you know, get your stamina down. If you can get anywhere on the leaderboard, especially in bronze, if you can get in the top 150, you know, you're going to get a little bit of Forgium. This will go up as the boss stays alive. So even in here, you're probably going to get, you know, 400, maybe 500 Forgium just for playing and, you know, spending a little bit of time. So Splinterforge is definitely a lot of fun. Like I said, I like the strategy. I like being able to do something different than Splinterlands. You know, if the rank battles get a little bit boring after a while, just come over and play Splinterforge, get some Forgium, then just go over to Splex, check out items on the marketplace, and just buy whatever items you have that you need to build up your hero, rather than risking buying a crate and getting 4 commons and a rare. I would rather come in here and just get a gold foil rare that I know what it is and what it's going to give me. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Sorry this was a little bit of a longer video, but love going over Splinterforge content. So as you guys know, I am a big fan of Splinterforge. We'll be playing it. We'll be posting more videos. If you have any other questions on Splinterforge, please let me know. And until then, I will see you again soon with another video. Take care.